Hello everyone, welcome to Beach Investing with the legal series with Shayle Rothman, part 2. Today we are talking about the HST rebates, new builds, and the grace period within that for the new builds. So Shayle, we normally look at new builds and we think of HST. So can you kind of clarify this for our viewers?
Sure. The biggest misconception is the difference between a resale, so a previously owned home, and new builds. So HST is not applicable about 99% of the time when we're dealing with a resale. Okay, so if it's a residential property, HST is not applicable to the transaction. Okay, when you're dealing with a new build, HST is in addition to the purchase price. However, the builders want it to make it easier on the purchasers, so they include HST in that purchase price. So what you see is what you get. What you fail to realize, though, is that there is an HST rebate that is included in that purchase price. So the catch to this is, as long as you are moving into the property, you're going to be a resident of Canada, at that point in time you will qualify for the rebate. Or if you have a family member, a close relative that's moving into the property, you also qualify for the rebate. In which case, if your purchase price was $500,000, guess what? You're paying $500,000 plus your closing adjustments. And that HST rebate, which is included in the purchase price, is just forwarded to the builder. Now, if you're an investor and you had no intention of ever moving in, or at the last minute you decide on closing, I'm going to put a tenant in here, well, now you don't qualify for the rebate. So therefore, there is no rebate to be had. Your $500,000 purchase price has now been increased by the amount of that rebate, and you will owe that on closing.
Wow, okay, that's something that we should definitely think about before buying a new build.
100%, because it can add up to over 20 grand, so you have to be careful.
Okay, so that leads to our next question. Is it important to speak with a lawyer during negotiations when you're purchasing a new build?
Okay. When you buy a condominium anywhere in Ontario, you have automatically a 10-day grace period. That 10-day grace period is the time that you should be taking it to your lawyer for review of the agreement. One of the most important things is trying to cap all of your closing costs. So the carry-on warranty, water meter installation, development charges, etc. What people fail to realize is that they automatically think that they get a 10-day grace period on detached homes or semi-detached, which is not the case. Unless the agreement actually has a clause that's conditional upon your lawyer's review, you have a firm deal. So you need to make sure that if you're buying a detached home or condo, anything that's not a condominium, that you have in the agreement of purchase and sale, it's conditional upon your lawyer's review or conditional upon financing. Otherwise, there's not much that your lawyer can do at that point in order to try and help you out.
Okay, so that's a good point. So condominiums, you automatically get that 10-day grace period, but with houses, you do not.
Correct, unless it's in the agreement. And again, you have that 10-day grace period, you should be using it. You should be contacting your lawyer, have them review the agreement, because it could save you thousands of dollars.
Yeah. And the last question is it wise to have a professional real estate agent represent the buyer during a new build purchase? Because most people are not aware of that. They just think that real estate agents represent only resale. So what about the new builds?
The value that a real estate agent provides is that they know the area. Okay? So just because a new build is coming into the area and they give you a purchase price of $500,000 doesn't mean that $500,000 is good value. A real estate agent who knows the area and has the expertise can advise you as to the differences between the new build and the resale, showing you the value and the differences between, and can help you negotiate the deal. Once the deal is negotiated, then it's conditional upon lawyer's review, and then you bring it to your lawyer in order to finalize the contract and make sure there's no problems with it.
Okay. Thank you, Shayle. That's part 2, everyone. I'll see you next time.